Station.
Are you ready? Let's go!
Showtime. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Ready.
This is the Bob and Jeff Show, starring Bob Lutz.
This is a sacred moment between a boy and his father.
Say what you're trying to say. What kind of weirdo are you?
Jeff Lutz.
And it's frustrating when you don't hear me because I'm speaking very clearly with direct language.
I can feel the love.
97.5 and 1240 KFH.
It's all happening.
It's all happening.
It's all happening.
And you're invited to partake of it.
Stand by for action.
Hello again, everybody. Welcome to Monday edition, the Bob and Jeff Show, with a special surprise, the three-man booth today. Jason Duda in with us. Nobody apparently knew.
Nobody, except you.
Well, I put it out on social media, and I don't know. I'm just happy you're here. I'm a much poorer man than I was Friday when you left.
Oh.
And
Were you here Friday?
And
No.
And you've been through the ringer with your daughter. Played well up at the 6A state tournament, and we've all just kind of been through a weekend, haven't we?
That's what it seems like. I would say so.
But nobody can top the weekend of Jeff Lutz.
Well, I got to hear this because I heard a rumor.
What are you talking about?
I heard a rumor you didn't even go to one of the concerts.
I did go to one of the concerts. I didn't go to the other one.
He bought the tickets for two Eagles shows at the Sphere, Friday and Saturday night. At the same time, the Guardians are playing a knockdown, drag-out American League Championship Series against the Yankees, and they got knocked down and dragged out.
I don't know if they got dragged out.
Well, they got dragged out.
They exited gracefully, I think.
And I think it was way too much for you. You made some decisions that don't seem logical. And go ahead and give us a recap.
I was just done by Saturday. It was just we walked a ton on Friday afternoon. I went to the show, stayed out late, was up past 1 in. It's jet lag. It's really 3 a.m. where you're at where you actually live in the Central Time Zone, and my body just was not up for much of anything on Saturday. So I said, hey, I'll try to sell this ticket. If it sells, great. I'll get a little money back. If it doesn't, I'll go to the show. It sold in about 4 seconds. And, I was like, did I just do the right thing? Cause I had no time to think about it. It's just on the market, off the market. And literally the time.
Didn't you think about it before you did it?
Yeah, but I didn't know that it was just going to go like that. I thought maybe I'd have time to reconsider for a couple minutes, and then I'll take it off, and I don't want to sell this.
So you chose Saturday not to go see the band you've been yearning to see.
Well, here's the issue with it. I don't know that you need to see that show twice.
Well, you've seen every other show twice.
Yeah, but it's
3
different.
times.
It's different.
Duda?
Yeah.
It's a little different. Those are about the songs. Those other shows are about the songs, and there's no frills and nothing going on really, on stage or on the video board. There's some videos that they put up, but they're not the highlight. If you see that show once, I'm not saying you need to see it never again or you need to see it 10 times. It's just like, do I need to see it again the following night? I had floor seats, could not see Don Henley on the drums. The view wasn't great. I learned just by being there that the view you want is straight on. You want the straight on view looking at the stage, not on the side, not really up too high.
Too high seems fine because you got the video board.
Yeah, but I also...
Hand me that screw or whatever it is.
I also want to see the band a little bit, It's like, so I sold my ticket on the other side of the floor, which would have presented the same issues.
Well, I heard the band is on the video board plenty, too.
Yeah, but I'm on the floor and my neck hurts.
The video is the star of these shows.
Right, and I want my neck to survive another...
It sounds like you were just a wuss.
No, I was not a wuss. I don't know why you would even... Why is that even something that crosses your mind?
Well, you said your neck hurt.
My biggest question is, why would you go to the concert to watch a video board?
You don't understand.
No.
You don't understand.
You don't understand the
Sphere is
nature of this
is a
facility.
Completely different. You can't even imagine, even if you saw videos, which I did.
Have you been to an IMAX movie?
Yeah.
This takes it about 9 steps farther.
Well,
9, maybe 900.
Well, I mean, you know what I'm saying. We thought IMAX was this tremendous thing, and it is. This is IMAX to the nth degree.
It's not something that you can imagine. It's not something that you can.
And I'm proud of the boys for doing it. I'm proud of the Eagles for getting in there and representing.
I'll show you some pictures and videos during the break, which won't do it justice, but at least you'll have some idea. It's a massive venue. It's nothing like you've ever seen before. It's just, I don't even know how to describe it, to be honest.
Here's what's going to happen in the future. If you're a big city without a sphere, you're out of the loop. In 15 years, every big city will have this kind of facility because now the cat's out of the bag. You won't be able to go to a concert again. I mean, I'm talking about the big ones. I'm talking about,
Sure.
the Beyoncés, and they'll all hit a facility like this because this is the first one, and we're learning as we go. We've had U2 opened it. Fish did a few dates. The Dead Experience.
Dead and Company, yes.
Whatever. Dead Experience. And if you were correct me again, you might have one.
Did Fish go? I thought they were on maybe next on the list.
Yeah, no, Fish has already been there.
Okay.
And now the Eagles. That's the fourth band to play at the Sphere. And they're booked through March.
Yeah.
And anyway.
So what else happened while you were out there?
Yeah, did any good experience?
Any gambling?
I'm not really a Vegas
shows?
guy. No
See
shows.
anything interesting?
We went to the Venetian a couple times. It was.
What'd you do at the Venetian?
Walked around the shops and ate, got some dinner.
Got see some showgirls. What'd you do?
I wish, but I didn't think that there was a strip club on the corner by our hotel, but it wasn't able to make it into that. Still never been to a strip club in my life, so I guess that's a streak that continues.
A little late. Be a little weird now.
Probably
at
for the first
age.
time. If I was a regular,
did you have a good time?
It was a B. It was a B.
A B.
B minus.
Because the Guardians drugged you down.
No, because I just didn't know what to do in Vegas in the 3 days that we had. Obviously, one day
you need to go with Duda.
Do I?
It'd be interesting.
I don't think I have the cash flow that Duda has to be able to do some of the stuff.
You got
he
cash
does.
flow?
I guess that's new to me.
That is awesome. Jeff
is.
thinks you have cash flow.
Well, I know that he did.
When I woke up
Where
this
did you
morning,
stay?
and my phone was going ding ding, low bank account balance.
Where did you stay when you went to Vegas, or where have you stayed?
We've stayed lots of places.
On the Strip.
We stayed at the Aria.
We did not stay on the Strip. We stayed at the
Your hotel looked fine.
We stayed at
we both thought it was fine.
We stayed at the nicest broke person's hotel that we could find.
And where was it? Was it out by the airport? Where?
It was just a little ways off the Strip, a mile maybe off the Strip.
Looked fine.
It was okay, but it was
at a casino.
Yeah, did it? It did, but did it?
I don't know.
Well, did you go down through it?
Yeah, it was the lobby of the hotel.
Were there people playing games?
Yeah, and they weren't the high rollers. Let's just put it that way.
Well, you're not a high roller.
That's what I'm saying. It was the nicest broke person's hotel that we could find, and the people that were at the hotel were not people that were going to head over to the Wynn later.
Your first trip to Vegas was a B minus, even though you're seeing the Eagles at the Sphere. So the rest of it must have been an F. What do you mean you didn't know what?
The Guardians lost twice. Imagine this. I'm sitting before an Eagles concert on a Friday evening. The game's tied. I think, okay, we're going to walk this off. The show's going to start, and it's going to be beautiful, and this is going to be the best night of my life. Then they lose, and then they lose again. The season's over basically before the next show even starts. Yes.
You're miserable. Be honest.
It wasn't a good time.
Well, this
stressed me out beyond belief.
It was a bad decision to go at this time, right, Duda?
Yeah.
I mean,
we talked about it.
We talked about it before the fact.
And Jeff and I talked about it the week before that. I don't know what to tell you. It was poor decision making.
Well, maybe I'll go back. I do have one ticket remaining. One Eagles ticket still in the bank.
Really?
Yes.
For when?
The last February show, which I thought would be their last show. and we'll see what ends up happening with that ticket.
Well, if the weather's good, I might drive out. I might.
Yeah, but then they added March shows, so this isn't even going to be the last one.
When we get into March, I got issues.
Just in March, you got issues?
We heard you had issues.
Well, in March, I got League 42 time issues.
Understandable.
But February, I might be okay. It depends. What's the day?
22nd, I believe. 21st.
You're right in the midst of winter. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
But anyway, I want to talk about. You'll hate this next topic. We'll get into football.
We're going to talk about stupid baseball.
We're going to talk about.
Why is it stupid?
You know exactly why it's stupid.
We're going to talk about this ongoing, these weak people who are saying, oh, the Yankees and Dodgers, they spend the most money and we got to watch that. You whiny little brats. You're going to get treated to one of the all-time World Series.
Dodgers in 5.
Well, I don't care what. You're bitter. I'm talking to Duda and the like. You're going to get treated to one of the all-time World Series in star power, in drama.
How do you know what drama there will be? There's no drama in the NLCS.
There'll be drama here.
We'll see.
You've got...
How close? Be honest.
You've got two of the...
Stop. I don't care.
You've got 2 of the 10, maybe the 2 of the 10 greatest players who've ever lived in this World Series. And then you got Mookie Betts, Ohtani and Judge.
Judge is one of the best 10 players ever.
I think when it's all said and done,
Soto's better than Judge.
Well, then put Soto in there.
He might be.
By the way, did you watch the end of the game? Did you watch the Soto home run?
What day was that?
Saturday.
No,
Saturday night. What were you doing? Now I'm upset with you.
I was watching my football.
I was watching the replay of the 1984 Super Bowl.
No, I was out. Saturday night was
you were
Friday,
gone.
I left Friday morning at 5. Was outside the whole time at the tennis tournament. The doubles team had to play their last game. They were the last ones on the court with lights. It didn't finish till about 8:30.
Well, that's a long day.
You're such a good parent.
And then our son called. Our dog was sick, had crapped and peed all over the house.
Well, the poor kid.
I said, okay, I'll drive home. So I drove home, got home around...
You drove home Friday night?
Yes, because Avery was done. The doubles was done. Riley made it. Riley Fry finished, I think she finished 6th.
Well, good for her, Riley.
So they stayed, but I drove home to help deal with all of that. So it was about 2 o'clock when I finally... So I was basically up for 21, 22 hours. And then Saturday I got up and had to go get a shop vac to get the floors done. So I did all that, and I don't remember...
You did that yourself?
Well, yeah.
That's impressive. I thought you didn't know how to do anything.
I know. Isn't it crazy? But when you need to figure it out, I can figure it out. So
how'd you even know to get a shop vac?
I did not see I did not see the game.
Okay, how'd you know to get a shop vac?
Well, because that's what you got to get.
Had you done that before?
Yes.
Well, there you go.
So that was that. So I did not watch the game. I did listen to the game before that on the radio driving home.
Before you talk about the Soto home run,
let me get into
just answer this question for me, because I'm a fan. How close do you think the Guardians were? I know they lost in 5, but they had leads late.
They couldn't get a big hit, and their stars didn't come to play, and they were close. Other than they are they play the game. I like the Guardians, but if Jose Ramirez and Josh Naylor aren't going to do anything, you're going to have trouble winning. Now,
well, they have more guys than that.
How defensive.
They're in the ALCS. It's not like they have just 2 players.
Well, I thought
but
it was
you got to have your stars show up.
I understand that. Josh Naylor got a big hit.
Did the Yankees stars show up?
A little bit. Judge did.
A little bit.
Judge got a big hit, but my goodness.
So here's Gaddis facing Soto. 2 on, game tied, 10th inning, right? And Gaddis has to know after about 3 pitches, He's all over me. There's not a thing I can do here. I need to look over into the dugout and say, I can't get this guy out. I know it sounds crazy, but we need to walk him to get the judge. There's 2 outs. And we've done it before. So they need to load the... But Soto is nodding his head. He's killing this guy. If this is a fight, you stop it. This thing's over.
Oh, calm down.
I'm not calming down.
Do, please.
I told you at the time.
After he homered.
But it was obvious. He was going to hit the ball hard. I don't know if we knew he would homer, but we weren't shocked.
Why are they that good?
Because Juan Soto's one of the best hitters in the world.
Okay, why doesn't
he's sitting on Gaddis.
Understood. I get all that. But why do I look at this guy? He's hitting 280 or whatever he hits in the... This guy, he's the best hitter I've ever seen in my life. I don't understand how he's not hitting 370 every year. I've never seen anything like Juan Soto. He's unbelievable. And Stanton's great too, but it's just home runs for him. Soto takes pitches, he walks.
Well, when Stanton's standing in there, you might as well just fold your tent. The Yankees are going to win the World Series.
No, they're not.
In my opinion, they are.
I sure hope not. But kind of whatever. I couldn't figure out if it was worse to have the Yankees celebrate on our own field or to lose the season at Yankee Stadium. Both would have been terrible.
Well, it ruined the Las Vegas trip for you.
But I think I'm happier that the season...
Are we in agreement on that?
100%.
I think I'm happier the season.
What about your poor wife?
Oh, yeah, there was some bad stuff.
She probably wanted to have a good time in Las Vegas. Instead, she's with this psycho.
Well, I wasn't being a psycho. I was worn the heck out. I was defeated in a lot of ways, mentally, emotionally, physically.
You can't book a trip to Vegas during the playoffs.
You know, I didn't know, right?
The Guardians were in first place all year. You may not have known, but you had a good idea.
We're celebrating our anniversary.
Oh, did you celebrate it?
Sorta. We went out to dinner and stuff, you know.
A romantic dinner, or to the hotel cafe?
We didn't have. I don't think there was a hotel.
Where'd you go to dinner?
Yardbird.
They got one in Kansas City. Drive up there.
No, they don't. They have 6 in the world, and one of them is in Las Vegas.
How was it?
It was good. It's a $180 meal. Is that romantic enough for you?
There you go.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the whole thing?
Well, I could see it coming, but when he was telling me about it when we did the show a couple weeks ago.
We did our first Uber and Lyft ever.
What year anniversary?
12. Notice there wasn't any kind of gift or acknowledgement.
Well,
but
congratulations.
Duda.
Yeah, good job.
Why are you asking for Duda's help?
I don't know. Just, acknowledge me.
I mean, I almost felt bad for you.
Almost.
I mean, you're out there. You're supposed to be having a good time. For every Eagles concert I've ever known you to be at, you were excited. You were pumped up. And here you go to one of the most unique shows they've ever done. And you're deflated.
I loved the concert. There's no question about that. It was fantastic.
Was it a packed house?
Of course.
How many does that place hold?
I was told 18,000, but it looked like 90,000. It just went forever.
Well, I got to see that place. I think I got to go.
Yeah, you should probably go.
However, I got no money.
What do you mean? You said you had a whole bunch of money.
You know why.
Well, I don't have any either.
I got more workers here than...
I know. I can't even find a place to park. I had to park 2 blocks away.
It's like blood in the water, man.
Unbelievable.
They're coming to get me.
How was your Uber and Lyft experiences?
We did mostly fine. I don't think it was an adjustment. The first guy, anytime I said anything, he turned his music up, so he didn't want to hear from me. Another guy got mad at me for, I guess I slammed the door too hard. But otherwise, it was
These guys
wonderful.
are driving their own cars.
Well, I understand that, but I didn't slam the door. I just got in and shut the door like I always do.
You just had this sounds miserable.
Another guy left me. Another guy left me at the Sphere trying to get home. Couldn't find him, and he left.
Well, how'd you get home?
I had to get another one.
How long's a walk from your hotel to the Sphere?
It was, I think we walked 1.5 miles, and it took a long time, but didn't want to do that walking back at night.
Well, I don't know what to think. I just don't know what to think.
It doesn't sound like it was.
You don't even seem happy now about it.
Yeah. Well, it was an interesting. I was so stuck between I'm in freaking Las Vegas, I got to go do something, and I want to just stay at the hotel and hang out, and it's just
You don't do that in Vegas.
that's what I'm saying. But I'm not a Vegas guy. I don't gamble. I don't drink. I'm not.
You don't even have to do those things. You go. You go.
That's why we went to the Venetian and hung out
There you
and
go.
walked around. And
all right,
we went to the.
Did you go to the floor? Did you go to the casino at the Venetian?
We went in the casino at the Venetian.
Did you walk around? And
Yeah, we walked around. It was by the restaurant
did
we
you see
ate
the
at.
sports book?
No, I'm not a sports book guy. I don't care.
I didn't say you had to stop and lay down a bet. I'm just
Well, I
saying,
saw
did you
some.
see it?
I don't know. I don't think so. But I went to the third encore, the Eagles exhibit. That was beautiful.
All right,
we did
time
some
for a
good
break.
things.
I'm going to get upset.
Did you just walk the Strip at all, or did you just go to the Venetian?
We went to the Venetian.
Like if you walk the Strip, there's stuff going on the sidewalks.
I understand that. We didn't do that. We didn't have enough time to do that.
I mean, the one day when we went out in February, that's what we walked the whole, and we were there all afternoon.
Well, really,
watching
Vegas
shows on the
but he had
strips,
baseball interfering. You understand
that's the biggest.
that? Right.
That's where I was. That's what I was getting to. The problem was he had this Guardians thing happening, so he didn't want to do
couldn't
anything.
enjoy himself.
Exactly. That is it.
Just a different. It was a different.
We're going to take a break.
Weird little trip.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Why?
Cause.
Okay.
Time for a break. We'll talk some other stuff. Although we may get back to this. I don't know.
We got to get back to this.
Back in a minute.
This is the Bob and Jeff Show on 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
It's 869-1240. All of your favorites for just $6 Monday through Friday at IHOP. We've been talking about Jeff and his trip to Las Vegas. We've got a Dodgers-Yankees World Series set up. The Chiefs go to 6-0. You know, I watch them, and you think to yourself, man, this offense. And then they get Juju injured yesterday.
Yep.
And they're down to me and you playing wide out.
Basically.
And
I saw Sky Moore, for crying out loud, out there.
I don't think he knew he was supposed to be out there. But they beat the 49ers, and Mahomes' passing numbers weren't great. But his run in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, on the sideline.
As he approached the sideline and then turned it up the field, his longest run ever as a professional quarterback, was one of the best runs you'll ever see. And the guy just figures it out, and the defense is really good, and our superstar Brock Purdy was far from it.
Mm-hmm. How are they going to lose?
Yesterday.
There you go.
How is that team going to lose a game? It doesn't add up to me. Their defense is so good, and they're winning in spite of an offense that hasn't really clicked at all yet.
Well, how can it click? They don't have any of their players.
That's my point. So how are they going to lose? What are the circumstances that are going to add up to a Chiefs loss? They've already beaten the best teams basically on their schedule. I'm sure they have more tough games ahead.
It's hard to sustain it when you don't have your firepower. But they also are through the toughest part of their schedule, at least they got the Raiders coming up. They go to Las Vegas. They're not going to be worried about a Guardians series, so they'll
or an Eagles concert.
Right.
They're not back till
probably
November.
not going.
I wouldn't.
They're done now.
Well, until November.
Then they have the Buccaneers at home. Then the Broncos at Buffalo. There's one. Carolina at home. Carolina on the road. Raiders at home. Chargers at home. At Cleveland. Texans at home. at the Steelers.
They're going to win every game.
There's 3 games left on the schedule that you could see them maybe not winning.
I don't know.
Well, you could see them not beating Tampa.
No, I couldn't. They're going to beat Tampa. They're not going to lose to Baker Mayfield.
You could see them not beating the Bills. You could see them not winning against Houston, and you could see them
they'll demolish
potentially
Houston.
losing at Pittsburgh. Although I don't see that happening.
I don't see it. So
when will Max ever make a pick in support of the Chiefs? He's killing himself.
How about in support of himself? I mean, try to win occasionally.
Well, what are your thoughts? Do you try to be competitive, or do you just take
Well,
Duda and
talking to
KU?
the wrong guy. Well, yeah, and we didn't even pick them.
We didn't even pick KU.
And I'd have taken KU this week.
Are you sure about that?
I am sure.
Now that they hammered Houston,
I was all over them this week. I couldn't believe we weren't picking that game.
What a big letdown BYU was, only beating Oklahoma State by 3 at home.
And our guest, the big fellow, was here Friday. Our guest that day, Brian Hanley, told us he expected Oklahoma State to go out there and give BYU all they wanted. And I almost scoffed at him. I said, what? Come on. And they did.
They did. Didn't get it done.
I don't understand
Lost their quarterback.
I don't get it either.
I don't know how.
That's the Big 12.
How come then you didn't make the pick of Oklahoma State after hearing that? I did not have the benefit of hearing Brian Hanley.
We made our picks Thursday.
Oh, okay.
Brian Hanley was on Friday.
Yeah, okay. I guess that adds
we
up
found
then.
a new good guest.
Where'd we find Brian
He's
Hanley?
a Big 12 insider. He worked some for Go Power Cat, and he was part of the offensive line at Kansas State that protected Michael Bishop back in the day. And he was very good, very insightful. You know, I'm all over. I love the Big 12.
Who's your Big 12 favorite right now? K-State? You think BYU or Iowa State? I mean, Iowa State
got trounced by Central Florida. Or did they come back to win that game?
They won. I was like, what are you talking about?
Texas Tech got trounced.
By Baylor?
One of the undefeated. They gave up 59. And Iowa State was on the ropes forever, and then that Central Florida game. And they did figure out a way to win it.
I don't think their schedule is very tough.
K-State's going to win the Big 12.
Look at Iowa State's schedule and tell me if there's a loss on it. I have not looked at it, but I heard somebody talking like they might not have many games left where they could realistically be challenged.
You can realistically be challenged any week in this conference.
Not by Houston.
They have Texas Tech this week at home. At Kansas, Cincinnati at home. Don't sleep on Cincinnati.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. But
Utah at home and Utah on the road and K-State at home.
So
Given the Big 12, that's a fairly tough schedule.
That game might be for the Big 12 championship of the world. K-State.
Why are you not buying into Cincinnati at all?
They're 5-2 or something like that. They're probably okay. They're going to be a fly in the ointment for somebody, but they're not going to be a team that I expect to rise up and win the conference.
Well, I don't know if you rise up, but they've played pretty well. And they have Colorado this week in Boulder.
We might have to pick that game.
No.
Cincinnati, Colorado as a Big 12 game?
Maybe we'll pick it.
Well, we didn't pick Kansas last week.
I know.
I don't know.
Quit talking about it.
I was just
Why didn't
surprised.
we pick KU last week? We always pick
Because I didn't
KU.
want to pick them.
He didn't know. He wasn't comfortable with the game.
Because I knew Duda would pick Houston.
So that's a bad thing? You would have gotten over on.
What game would you have eliminated?
I don't even know what we picked.
Michigan, Illinois?
That was kind of a dud.
Yeah.
Duda picked Michigan.
Why did you pick Michigan?
Just because everyone else had picked Illinois.
Well, that's not a good strategy.
Yeah, but it's kind of more fun for me that way.
That's
I did
how
that
you
on 2 games.
That's how you finish last.
Yeah.
And I said it on this show. We'll find out if we can believe in Texas. And we now know that we can't believe in Texas.
Who do you believe in?
I don't know. Georgia, I guess.
Well, Georgia lost to Alabama.
Well,
And Alabama can't beat anybody.
Alabama's sunk.
It makes no sense.
Penn State? Oregon?
Do Oregon and Penn State play?
What am I, an encyclopedia?
The guy standing on the computer over there? Yeah, that's you.
They do not. But Oregon has, I'm sorry, who am I looking at here? Oregon has Illinois in Eugene this week.
Win.
That's an interesting game,
It's
though.
interesting, but it's not that interesting.
Then they have Michigan, Maryland, Wisconsin, Washington.
How about
Nothing.
your Indiana Hoosiers?
Well, how
7-0.
about them?
And with basically one loss on the schedule. That could be a playoff team.
You buying
potentially.
Indiana?
I don't know. I don't really know who they've beaten, but
I don't know if you can buy them, but I mean they're playing well. I don't know if I'd. Yeah, who do they got?
Who have they beaten? Here's who they've beaten. So let's calm down.
Yeah,
Florida International,
nothing.
Western Illinois,
Nothing.
UCLA, Charlotte,
Nothing.
Maryland,
Nothing.
Northwestern,
Nothing.
and Nebraska.
Nothing.
they just
You talk
destroyed.
about a nothing schedule.
That's a powder.
What was it, like
powder puff
52-7 over?
56-7, but I don't buy Indiana.
Why? What's their remaining
They've
schedule?
got Washington.
They'll beat Washington.
Maybe. Then they have Michigan State on the road. Michigan State's not very good. Then they have Michigan at home. Michigan's not very good. Ohio State in Columbus.
So they'll finish 10-1
And
or
then
11.
Purdue. I mean, you couldn't draw up a worse schedule.
Okay, but Indiana,
Indiana,
Ohio State's going to be more interesting than you think.
the Big Ten is the most overblown thing I've ever seen.
Relax.
No, I'm not kidding.
Relax.
The Big 12's a better conference than the Big Ten.
Wrong. That's absolutely insane.
Outside of Oregon and Ohio State and
Penn State. Yeah, three of the four best teams in the country.
Who do you have?
I don't know. Indiana?
Indiana.
Is BYU better than Indiana?
Right now, Penn State third, Ohio State fourth. Who else did we talk about? Oh, Oregon won. So they do have three of the top four teams.
That's not terrible, is it?
Not really.
Indiana at 13, Illinois at 20, and that's it. Here's what the Big 12
They're a little top heavy, but three of the best four?
Here's what the Big 12's giving you right now, because they're knocking each other off weekly. Iowa State and BYU 10 and 11, K-State 16, and that's it.
Yeah, but they're better than the Big Ten. Come on, man.
Hey,
I got to agree with Jeff on this.
I'll take them you give me a matchup between Oregon and Iowa State.
Yeah. Oregon by 40.
Yeah. I'm taking. I don't even have to say it. It's obvious.
Yeah, it's that obvious.
Oregon.
If you give me Ohio State and BYU,
that might be a decent game.
And if you give me K-State and Penn State,
that'd be tough for K-State.
Yeah, that would be a tough one.
They're not out of the equation by any stretch of the imagination. K-State,
those games might be competitive.
Well, maybe. I don't think Iowa State Oregon would be. But maybe it would. Maybe I'm crazy.
I don't know.
Who gets into the playoff from the Big 12? And your
Kansas State.
That's it?
I think there's only going to be one.
So you got to find 11 from the other.
Well, you got those three out of the Big Ten, right?
They're probably all going to go.
Probably.
That's four. Out of the SEC, you've got Georgia, Texas still. Yuck.
Yeah, but they'll still go.
Yuck. Tennessee, LSU.
LSU's in?
They're ranked 8th.
Okay.
And then out of the ACC, you've got Clemson.
That's 9, I think.
Miami. That's 10. Notre Dame will get in because they're Notre Dame. That's 11.
And then you're going to have some.
And then you'll toss in.
Give me Notre Dame's schedule. Do they play Army and Navy or neither or both?
Jeff, I'm not here to look up schedules.
Just give me the schedule.
Don't bark out orders.
For Notre Dame.
They haven't played anybody either. They beat Louisville. They beat A&M, I guess. They've got Navy this week.
That's a tough ball game. We should
Florida
pick that
State, Virginia, Army, and USC.
So the Army and Navy are their toughest games left. We usually say USC, but Army and Navy are both unbeaten. What if one of those get to the playoff?
That'd be great.
I'd love for Army or Navy to get to the playoff.
That'd be amazing.
That'd be awesome. Tomorrow on the show, we'll talk to Barry Trammell, our friend now from the Tulsa World.
Wait, what?
You didn't know Barry was working for the Tulsa World?
What happened to their little startup venture?
Didn't make it.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That stinks.
Kind of went like your trip to Vegas.
B minus.
I mean, if you're giving a trip to Vegas a B minus, something went wrong.
No, nothing really went wrong. It just wasn't it. We're not Vegas people. We did our best out in Vegas. We did our best.
Well, you got to have confidence.
I don't lack confidence, but I'm not a Vegas.
You got to roll in there, and man, you own the place. Like
That
I
is
did
kinda how you
when
have
I
to
went there
act.
for my 50th birthday.
But my wife doesn't know how to act like that.
We took an evening flight, and we got there, I don't know, 7:30, 8:30, something like that, Mountain Time, Pacific Time, whatever it was.
Pacific.
And we were staying at the, downtown hotel.
Okay.
Golden Nugget. And, man, we rolled in there, and we went right to the floor, and we started gambling.
Good for you.
And
I don't gamble.
I lost
like it.
$450, and
Except with
I've told you the story.
I know.
with FanDuel, of course.
I lost $450 the first night.
That's not good. I don't have $450 to lose.
I took $800 or $500. Didn't seem like I had much left. But you know what I did the next morning?
Lost.
Right back down there, replenish my.
And are you speaking proudly of these decisions?
Well, I think Duda likes. Look at Duda.
I love it.
You like him losing money? Okay.
He didn't lose it. Then he got back and battled back and got it back.
No, he didn't.
That's exactly what I did.
How much did you leave with of your 800?
Not very much, but I had fun,
Good. That's what matters.
and that's all that matters.
Whether you can pay the mortgage that month or not doesn't matter.
No,
as long as you had fun.
You take money that you're willing to not have to
okay.
Vegas.
That's the whole idea.
That's
That's
I
entertainment.
treat a lot of my money like that. I'm willing to not have this money.
That's your entertainment.
What a brilliant strategy.
What a moron!
I have this money and I earned it, but I'm willing to not have it.
But yet it's okay if you go and spend it on a Eagles concert.
Yeah, I got something out of that. The value was what
For the 97th time. Same as gambling. If you enjoy it, then
But
that's
if
what
you
do
lose it for
entertainment.
nothing-
I would not say that I'm a big time gambler. But when I go to Vegas, I know that's what I'm going to do. And I have enough money to where if I lose it, I'm not going to be devastated. I'm not going to run cartwheels. I wasn't that happy to go to bed that night losing $450.
You must have been. Oh, I'm right back at it tomorrow, buddy.
That's right. I love it, though.
Thank you.
Bring
Get
me my
at it.
mimosa and my biscuits and gravy. And
And how long did you play? You played for a couple hours?
I played for a while.
3 hours?
I got it most
So as long
of the
as
back.
a concert. So you could have bought a ticket to a concert,
Right.
watched a concert that you've seen before, which is the same thing, or go and have some fun doing something else.
Right.
That's what you do. That's part of your
And
entertainment.
let me just say this.
I've not seen the Sphere
I lost
concert
it all
before.
again.
Of course.
And that's when I went to the craps table.
And then just
With
got
about
a roll.
$50 and just got,
The Venetian Casino
Duda loves it.
was
I
incredible.
do. Let us have our
I
moment.
love this. Is awesome.
Yeah, he's one of the
Get
greats
back
at losing
it,
his
throw
money.
that 50 out there and giddy up.
Avery, your daughter, played in the state 6A tournament. It's come to an end now. How's she
And yes,
handling
they
that?
did, by the way, November 2nd and
nobody
4th
cares.
of last year.
How's
Don't
she
tell me
handling
I'm
that?
wrong.
How's she handling the end of her high school
Well,
tennis?
it was a little rough. It was rough for all the girls. They were all seniors, so everyone knew that was their last.
Did Shawnee Mission East win that thing? Do you know?
A girl by the name of Dixit won it, and I can't remember where she's from. I'll
we'll
find it.
We'll find that
Where did
later.
Mace finish?
Well, Riley finished 6th, and
Okay.
then the other two didn't make it to the medals. The Derby girls didn't make it to any of the medals. Riley was the only one that made it from the Wichita area. Southeast didn't make it. Riley was the only one that made it to the medal round on Saturday.
Olathe Northwest won it.
Olathe Northwest
They won singles and doubles.
That sounds right.
with the
They're
win
pretty
in
good.
6A. And then the big fella and I had a little bet on, not really a bet, but we both made a prediction on the Derby Mays South score. Derby's
What
Derby
was that?
can't-
What was that score? I didn't.
51-7, but it was 51-0 at halftime.
Speaking of scores,
Now I'm going to tell you right now, this might be the best Derby team ever. or we just don't have anybody in our area who can.
I don't know. We'll have to find
mount
out.
a threat.
We thought May South. We didn't know if they would pose a threat, but once they got
But
hammered
Anthony
by...
picked it to be 42-28.
Really?
And I tried to tell the kid.
After they'd lost by more than that
And
to
I
Mays?
picked it to be 57-14.
Well, there's only one score out of Friday's games that really matters.
And that was Collegiate beating Cheney.
Yes. What in the world? They didn't just beat them 31-6 or something like that.
Yes. Handled them.
Really? Wow.
Collegiate, which was drubbed by Andale. And then that was an impressive win.
Yeah, that one shocked me. But good for Collegiate and our friend Troy Black.
I think Collegiate's really good, but I don't think Cheney's as good.
Yeah, but they had destroyed everybody.
Well, I understand that, but I don't think they're as good as they were last year.
Well, obviously not.
Well, I could have told you that.
No, you couldn't have, and you would have if you could have.
Yeah,
but you didn't.
true. You would have let us know.
I let people know.
Who'd you let know?
You find them and I'll talk to them.
Here we go.
I don't think Shelby Wehrman's feeling real good about you saying that right now either.
Well, listen.
I bet maybe you should have told him.
Listen, I have nothing but respect for Cheney.
Fine.
And nothing but respect
Obviously,
for Collegiate.
There's a little less respect that you're putting on their name right now. I knew they were bad. Like, does that sound like respect to you, dude?
I didn't say they were bad.
Dude.
He didn't really
trying to get an ally.
He didn't really say that, Jeff. I can't help you on that.
But did he kind of?
Why are you so insecure that you need someone on your side at all times?
I just like someone being against you. It doesn't really matter if they're on my side or not.
Dude is against me plenty.
Exactly. I love it.
Just because we bonded about our Vegas stories and our gambling
exploits. That's wonderful for you two.
It is, actually.
Yeah, it's great.
It's good.
It's the way it is. I mean,
we had Walmart groceries delivered to our hotel. It was beautiful.
Why'd you go to Vegas?
To see the Eagles.
But then you sold your ticket for the night, too.
Wasn't that terrible?
Do you regret that?
Not really.
Really?
I'm going to see him again. That wasn't it. And I'm going to hopefully see a slightly different show. Don keeps talking. We'll tweak it. We're going to tweak it. But we'll see.
He said that during the show?
Yes.
Well, he's probably talking about we're going to tweak the videos.
That's what he said.
It sounds like the reviews I've listened to that the Desperado video wasn't up to the standards of the rest of the show.
Well, they're not trying to do a video for Desperado. They're doing what they always do for Desperado, where he stands in the stars. There was no video for Desperado. So if people are saying that, they're misguided and misinformed.
Oh, they're misguided.
Yes.
Okay. I got you. You're the all-knower, the all-knowing.
You don't need a video for Desperado. That's for Don Henley. That's why I don't sing Desperado while I'm at the shows. That's Don's moment.
You don't sing it because...
That's for Don.
You know, you're really not a Vegas guy.
Wow.
What does that mean?
Duda gets it.
Yeah, I do. I'm sorry.
And nobody was standing. That bothered me, too, because I like to stand.
Nobody stands at their shows. They're not the stars of this show. They're providing the background music for the stars, and they get it. It sounds like they get it. But you want them, why can't they be the stars?
No, I didn't say
standing.
that. But I want to do what I do at my Eagle shows.
You're not the star here.
But I want to do what I do. I don't care if I'm the star. I like standing during Life's Been Good. I like being up when there's upbeat songs. I don't want to sit during Already Gone.
People are going to this show, and they're getting... everybody I've read that's gone to it is just blown away by it.
Well, it's
They're not
great.
there to stand and... They're not there to stand.
What are they there to do?
They're there to take in the video. The visual experience, along with the sound.
It's the Eagles, though. It's not like it's the Mays High Band playing with some cool videos behind them.
Why are you knocking the Mays High Band?
No, I don't know why.
Duda, tell them about that when you get back out the Mays.
But, it's still the Eagles. And even Don says it's still about the songs, even though we got our pretty pictures up here. It'll be good. It'll be wonderful.
Have you ever seen a guy more confused than Jeff Lutz
He's
is?
completely lost. It was one of the longest weekends of the kid's life, I think.
I wish I was still there.
I don't think.
What do you mean? You said you were...
I couldn't accomplish what I needed to accomplish in 3-4 days.
What'd you need to accomplish?
I don't know.
You said you
I
didn't
needed
know what
rest.
to do, and now you're saying I need to go back. And,
Yeah, I wish I was
and
still
I didn't
there.
do anything, and I want to stay in my hotel room.
Exactly. I wish I was still in the hotel room chilling. This is what I wish I was doing. Maybe go down to the casino.
You should have
the
maybe
hotel?
tried it.
Oh man, that was
Should have maybe took-
there's some shady characters
Should have
down
maybe
there.
took $20 and just seen what happened.
Yeah,
Did
probably.
you play anything at all?
No. If I start, I will not want to stop. So there's no reason to even really get into that. I mean, I'm not going to be an addict or anything, but it would have been. I would have made a night of it. So no
I will
need.
say
That's
this.
the whole idea, is to make a night of it.
I will say this, and I don't. Duda sounds like he's itching to go gamble right now.
Well,
I will say this.
that's forever.
My days of gambling are over, and that's okay. And I never did it a whole lot.
Hey,
So when
if
we
you
go to
out-
Vegas in
if you go out
February?
in February and watch, you're not going to play a little bit.
Nah.
Yeah,
Will you stay at the Silver Sevens with me?
Not a chance. You'll definitely do it.
No, I'm going to stay at the Golden Nugget if I go.
Okay. Well, I'll stay at the Silver Sevens.
You're not going to stay at the Nugget?
I can't afford that unless it's on your dime. Then yes.
What a cheapskate!
Why don't you guys share a room?
That'd be wonderful, wouldn't it?
Oh God, we've done that many times.
Well, it's Vegas. You're not going to be in your room anyway, Bob.
That's true. Although at my age, you've got to take into account how old I am.
You could do it. I still think you could do it. I mean, it's not like he's going to stay out until 2
No, I'll be
a.m.
in
I'd
bed
get
by
down
9.
to the floor, no question.
That's what I'm saying.
And but I'd have to sharpen my knowledge of craps again.
Well, that doesn't
Because
take
unless
long.
you do that a lot, you forget how to play.
It's like riding a bike, kid. Just like riding a bike.
I should have sat down at the Venetian and played some blackjack. That would have been hilarious.
You
All right,
shoulda.
let's take a
I
break.
wish you would have.
We've got an hour left. We've accomplished a lot on the show today, no question. We've discussed everything we need to discuss. We just
So
don't
we just
belabor.
go home?
It's been pretty solid.
We'll get to some NFL in hour number 2, beyond what the Kansas City Chiefs did in their win on the West Coast. It's Duda, Jeff, Bob, back in a minute.
I heartily endorse this event or product.
This is the Bob and Jeff Show, starring Bob Lutz.
Yeah, there's where Jeff and Duda failed to rise to the occasion. I'm going to say this again. This show should be called Bob Knows.
Jeff Lutz.
If he sent his clips to another station trying to get a job, they'd say no. And they'd say, what about that other guy? He sounds funny and much younger.
Hey, listen, there's a phone call for you.
And Jason Duda. For today, anyway.
I hope so, because he's going to be talking to one idiot right here.
I know what you mean.
97.5 and 1240 KFH.
You rockers ready to roll?
We are back, the Bob and Jeff Show, on Monday here on KFH. It looks like it might rain. Now, having said that, I probably jinxed it.
It's supposed to tomorrow, I thought. Well, 40% chance at 5, and then that's it.
We'll be shocked when it does.
Why?
There is a pretty good line of thunderstorms to the west of us, around the Kingman, Cheney area. Looks like Hutchinson's getting hit relatively hard at the moment. So I guess we can hope that it finds its way here.
High of 88 tomorrow. That'll be fun. I love those late October 90-degree days, which we'll also have on Thursday.
I don't.
No, nobody does.
I don't.
88 tomorrow, then 79, then 90 on Thursday.
What's going on? Why is it 90 degrees? My buddy just sent me a picture back home, and they got like 6 inches of snow already.
Do you ever
How jealous are you right
Do you
now?
I
ever
was
just
very
want to
jealous,
move
'cause-
back?
Sometimes, yes. Absolutely. Because I hate 100 degrees. See there, he sent me that yesterday.
Oh, that's
Well,
fantastic.
that's unbelievable. We look to be in the 60s next week.
That'd
by
be nice.
God, we ought to be. I mean, my God, it's late October. What's going on around here?
Well, somebody explain it to me.
We can't get any rain. Cheney's drying up. I can't water anything. I don't know what to do.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Every time I run my washing machine, it.
Oh, here we go.
What happens?
Jeez.
Well, you got a new pipe in there, so that's good.
I do have some new pipe, and I went in and examined it, looked it over.
You did? And
What did you think of the work?
Well, it's great. I'm happy to have it. Listen. When you have a house that's this house was built in '74. What I'm finding out is that not everything lasts forever.
And
it seems to all be coming apart on me at once.
50 years is
That'll happen if your house is. That'll happen if your house is 50 years old or if it's 4 years old. Unfortunately.
Well, not like this.
No, but things happen all the time.
But but not like this.
I don't know, like this.
Yeah, what do you mean like this?
Well, this seems to be a little out of the ordinary.
Do you think
I've got a shower I got to
think you're being taken advantage of by anybody?
No, not at all.
Okay.
And don't go. That's stupid. That's so you. Just sheer stupidity. Just out of
Well, I'm
out
just
of the
saying,
blue.
by the way.
Just out of the blue. Hey, you think
I would be worried about stuff like that.
Well,
That's
of course
me.
you would.
I've got my
I got my
antenna up all the time.
You're a mark.
No, I'm not a mark. That's why.
And that's another casino term.
You might be a mark.
Would he be a mark? Get that guy over here to play.
Yeah, he'll ruin the table for you.
Except I didn't.
It's over.
So I must not be a mark. But, last time I took my car in for an oil change, now all of a sudden the wiper fluid doesn't work. You think that was on purpose? Yes. Now we got to take it back. By the way, the wiper fluid. And then it got fixed out. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to be a part of that. So I'm going to go without water fluid.
What is happening?
What's wrong with you?
What do you mean?
Of course you need wiper fluid.
No, I have it. It just doesn't work.
Well, get it fixed.
No.
So you'll just be driving along with a dirty windshield.
Oh, you should see my windshield now. It's disgusting. But I'm not going to fall into their trap.
Is that really how you think?
Absolutely, it's how I think. They broke something when we went to fix something.
You know what I did when I called these folks? I said, listen.
You said, name your price. I'm a
No,
mark.
I didn't say that. But I trust them. It's a company I use a lot when I need these kinds of things done.
Of course it is.
I mean,
There's a reason for that.
I can't fix it. You think I can find the right pipe?
Nope. I sure don't.
I don't.
So I'm dependent upon people to help me out.
You're at the mercy of whoever offers.
And listen, I'm not enjoying this process right now because it's expensive. But once it's done, our house is going to be really nice. It's going to be a nice house.
No doubt.
It's going to be an improved house.
No question about it.
And just get her done. Jeff, on the other hand, he ain't falling into that trap.
No, I'm not falling into that.
He's just going to let her rot. Keep her going.
You just had to repair your HVAC system.
Sure did.
That's fun.
Not fun.
That's a blast. Isn't it?
Well,
No, I didn't like it.
Well, I had to replace ours 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And now we got this very nice system here. I mean, you do what you got to do.
You sure do.
And you'll be over here sometime this weekend to help us get everything back in our kitchen.
Oh, I will.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad that you're going to do that for me.
Isn't that nice?
I didn't know that was...
That's a nice thing.
That's good. I'm proud of you for that. As well, you should do it.
You're proud. Thanks.
Because Friday, that baby's going to be pretty much done.
Looking forward to it.
We got countertops coming tomorrow. Does that excite you?
Not really, but I'm glad that it excites you.
Well, it kind of does excite me.
Perfect.
I think it's going to be great, and you can come over, and then Bob can buy you dinner for helping out. Right, Bob?
He'll buy pizza.
So yeah, I'll buy pizza.
So get
It's
something.
Crown Jewel
Is there
Saturday?
something wrong with pizza?
No, it's easy. It's something. I'll take it. Give me a free meal.
You want to come
Happy
help?
days.
I'm
What
not
day?
asking Duda
He's
to
not
help.
asking
He's
me
not
to
in my
help.
family. I mean,
But I'm asking. Do you want to come help?
no, Duda's got other things
No, but
to do.
What day? Saturday?
Saturday, sure.
Sunday, most likely.
Sunday,
No, I
most.
can't do Sunday.
Come on, you're gonna make him miss football?
Of course, he's not going to miss football.
No.
That's all that matters to the man.
I think I might be golfing Sunday.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
At a buddy send our Jets buddy. Remember our Jets
Yeah,
buddy?
well, he's got to be miserable.
He's and he's also a Michigan fan, so
Good.
he's probably struggling right now.
He's wanting to play a little golf.
I don't want to hear anybody struggling who won a championship.
Where is it going? Let me see. I gotta find. I think Rolling Hills.
Now, have you played much golf?
I've played 27 holes this year.
Well, I don't know.
That's not a lot, Bob.
I don't know why you didn't want to play.
Why'd you cut off one at 9?
Rolling Hills will be a tough one to
We just went for
navigate. I'm looking at games this week in the NFL, and I'm struggling to find a good one.
It's like that sometimes.
Bills Seahawks.
Yeah, but is that? I mean, it might have to be.
Bears Commanders. That's your best.
If
And those are
Daniels
really the
plays.
only two.
Well, Bears Commanders. If Daniels plays, if he doesn't
That's what I
play,
just
that
said.
ruins
He'll
the whole
play.
thing.
He'll play. He was fine yesterday.
Well, he didn't
That was
finish
that-
the game.
That was
Yeah, but
precautionary.
they were destroying them, so it
That was
wouldn't have mattered.
precautionary.
Poor Carolina.
Like,
Let
it
me
just
check
wouldn't have
college
mattered.
football and see if we got anything.
Sure, there's something.
Illinois, Oregon,
Stop it.
2 ranked teams.
Stop trying to make
Missouri,
Illinois,
Alabama, 2 ranked teams. Texas, Vanderbilt, but 2 ranked teams.
Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt's ranked 25th.
Ugh.
That's bizarre.
LSU, A&M, KU, K-State.
Well, you're gonna have that
We'll
game.
probably pick that one.
Right now, K-State a 10.5-point favorite.
Will that be our bonus game?
I think that will be our bonus game.
Uh-oh.
10.5.
Uh-oh. 10.5?
Well, I know which way Dude is going, probably.
Oh, he's going K-State all day long.
Or will that hook get him?
10.5 in the Sunflower Showdown
In Manhattan.
in Manhattan.
Yeah, why are you repeating?
Woo! I'm trying to decide what I'm gonna do.
Seems like an
You
easy
never
one.
know. You never know with me. I could change on a whim.
Yeah, but you're not a factor either.
Well, who's in second?
Who is in second?
I'll be in second shortly.
I think I am.
After Thanksgiving?
I'll be in second
What were
because
the-
you're not getting Tampa Bay tonight. They're going to get rolled by Baltimore.
What are the standings right now? What do we got?
Well, I'm waiting on this game tonight.
Well, I'd still like to know how everybody's doing.
Don't worry about it.
Just
I'll get it to you when I feel like it. I'm not going to look it up right now.
Well, I've got a lot of points.
Right now?
You got a lot of points.
Yeah.
Right now you're 4-3 for the week with 24 points.
Yeah, 24 points.
I'm 3-4 for the week with 19 points. Duda is 2-5 for the week with 20 points.
Wow. That 10-point bonus.
Max is 5-2. And 9, 11, 12, 15, minus 5, 10 points. And the big fella
I have 11 points.
is 3-4 for 23 points because his bonus pick on Kansas City was for 10.
So another win for the good guys.
For the good guys.
Yeah, me.
What are you talking about?
Sounds like I'm winning.
Everybody picked Kansas City, and you are winning the week so far. You've got Baltimore, which I do, and Anthony does, and you and Max have Tampa
And
Bay.
it changes after tonight, just like that, boys.
You feel good about having a pick with Max?
Phil, oh boy, that kind of hurt. I was feeling good until you had to say that.
I had
Sorry,
Georgia.
Max, but
Who else had Georgia?
yeah,
That's right.
I think Tampa. I think it's a close game.
Yeah, you picked
gonna be
Georgia,
like
right? You got Max. That's your one pick of the year. Good,
Thank you.
Good job.
30-27 game tonight. Either way,
Ooh, 27 for
I think
Tampa?
Baltimore runs them.
I don't know. In Tampa, Tampa's D's not terrible. Their offense should be okay.
It's
can't
certainly
really
a game worthy of watching.
Yeah, you can't really run against Baltimore, but you can throw it against Baltimore, which is what Tampa can do.
I guess I believe half of that.
think
I don't know.
I think Tampa can hang in there. They could be down by 10, score that late touchdown.
I guess I
That's what
believe.
you bank on. You love the backdoor touchdown.
The old backdoor TD is going to come into effect.
The question for me becomes, do I watch that game? I'm certainly not going to watch the other one on ESPN Plus.
I got to watch the other one. I got half my team going in one of my pools.
Well, just keep up
One
with
of
it.
his pools.
By the way, I'm going to beat you in fantasy.
Well, sure you are.
I've already destroyed both of you. I don't care what happens in fantasy anymore. I've already won. I destroyed you guys and back.
Well, we'll play again. My dilemma tonight is, do I watch Baltimore Tampa Bay, or do I start on the Penguin?
Yeah,
on Mac.
What a dilemma.
Yeah, that's a dilemma. Boy, oh boy.
I think I'm going to go. I think I'm going to watch Penguin.
Maybe you go get beef and noodles too.
Do you not understand that show's getting all kinds of great reviews?
So you're gonna watch that over watching a ball game when you can watch the Penguin anytime?
I can't watch it anytime.
Why?
There's always a game.
Is there a game
Tonight,
tomorrow?
there's not a game.
If you want to watch
tomorrow?
the Penguin, watch the Penguin. No one's gonna.
Well, Duda's giving me
Well, because you're
pushback.
making up an excuse that there's always a game. There's no game on tomorrow. There's no game on Wednesday.
Game 6 of the ALCS is on tomorrow. What are you talking about?
You're not over that yet, are you?
Not yet. I haven't
He's
listened.
not gonna be. That's the problem.
I haven't listened to the season-ending podcast from TJ Zuppe and Zach Meisel.
What did you think when Soto was at the plate? What was, as he was nodding, I just want to know what you were thinking.
I thought he was probably going to do something terrible. I thought Judge was going to hit a 3-run homer before Stanton hit the 2-run homer.
No, I'm not asking about that.
I just
Take me back
it
to
doesn't
watching Hunter Gaddis try to figure out how to pitch to Juan Soto.
We're not going to get Juan
and
Soto.
realizing that there's no way. When did you realize it?
You don't realize it until it happens.
Come on.
Anything can happen in a bat. Maybe you saw a guy off. Who knows what? But, I mean, more likely than not, Soto was going to get whoever was pitching. It didn't.
No.
Yeah.
I watched Soto. He was. It was a thing of beauty. We'll be talking about that at bat for the rest of the time.
Great. You talk about it. I'll leave the room. Why do you have to be like that? Why you got to rub it in?
Am I rubbing it in?
Well, a little
I already
bit.
know he homered.
You are a little bit, but it's understandable. It did happen, so I can't.
When did you start to feel horrible? Like, when did it start to sink in that your team didn't win for the 78th straight year? Jeff.
Is it 78?
76.
My God, that's a long time.
It'll get to 78.
See, like, no one cares. No one cares. You said no one cares about you. No one cares about me. I tell my Yankee fans, you can have the next 40. Just let me win one.
Well, did your wife get upset?
She was watching the game Friday.
Was she
when I was at
upset?
the concert. Yeah, she was upset.
Well, there you go. She cares about you. And who else do you really need?
Nobody.
Right.
So what are you worried
although-
about? You're taking it
although I
way too
haven't-
serious, man.
Although I haven't heard from my friend David Michael Hahn.
Well, he doesn't want to rub it in, apparently.
Well, it'd be nice for him to say, hey, good Guardian season. You'll get him next year.
No, you won't.
Why would he say that? He's had to say that for 76 years already.
Well, it'd just
You
be
already know.
It'd just be nice.
What a manipulative individual you
I haven't
are.
heard from him.
And I hope you don't. In fact, I hope he washes
Since
his
Thursday.
hands
I
of
didn't
all
hear
this.
from him all weekend. It's crazy.
Time for a break. Bob and Jeff right here with Jason Duda. Who knows what we'll talk about when we come back. It's off the rails. There'll be something that strikes our fancy. I'm sure of it. Back in a minute.
This is the Bob and Jeff Show on 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Highlighting songs from women on the show this week. Don't forget the IHOP hotline, 869-1240. you can get with us. And remember, your favorites are available at IHOP for just $6 Monday through Friday until we tell you they're not.
Well, then there you go. It'll be soon.
Pretty good deal at IHOP.
Well, maybe you should go to IHOP tonight.
We got that beef and noodles and Lakers, though.
I got a leftover salad from Texas Roadhouse that I'm probably going to eat.
Okay, well, that's...
And what was your point?
Beef and noodles. It's Beef and Noodles Monday.
Why you make fun of me? Why do you do that?
I don't think I am making fun of you, am I?
Why do you guys make fun of each other? That never happens. I don't understand.
it.
Yeah, it's
It's very confusing to
I'm
me.
just sitting here minding my own business.
Really?
Man, I'd kill for some beef and noodles, but I'm not going to go all
Well,
the way.
go out to Leakers.
Beef and noodles does sound pretty good.
It does, but I had beef and noodles earlier today. It was a different kind of beef and noodles, but...
What do you mean a different kind?
I had Noodles and Company. It was butter noodles with marinated steak. And that's different.
Well, that's beef and noodles.
It is beef and noodles.
It's like steak and noodles.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound much different to me.
Well, the beef and noodles, the noodles are beefy, right?
Beefy noodles.
Yeah, we got the beef and noodles, the lasagna, another Monday staple,
There you go.
and the sauerkraut and brats.
Oh, once in a while, sauerkraut and
Oh,
brats.
that looks good.
So good. I'm grilling burgers and dogs and some
Well,
chicken
put some
tonight.
sauerkraut on them.
I'll be the only one that eats it in our house.
You know, you'd think I'd be the last person in the world that likes sauerkraut.
Why?
Because I just don't like things like that. It's cabbage. It's kind of spicy. But it's one of my favorite things.
Well, there you have it. Oh, you'd have loved being on the farm then. Grandma making homemade sauerkraut and stuff.
I'd have loved it.
Homemade cabbage rolls and I
would have
What
loved
she put
it.
in her cabbage rolls?
Then I would have gone over to the casino, lost some money, got it back.
Absolutely. Had a few beers, got up in the morning.
Like real men.
Yeah, absolutely. Love it.
That's what you guys are.
That's right.
The picture of masculinity right here in this room.
You give me some cabbage and a craps table.
Oh, it doesn't get any better.
What? Finish the sentence.
And there's masculinity oozing.
Yeah, I feel that.
Oozing masculinity. I love it. Absolutely love it.
You know what I hate? Air travel. Never doing it again.
Why do you hate it?
Don't like it.
Was it a direct flight?
Yes.
Well, then what? That's a piece of cake.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you got to go find a shuttle, and you got to...
No, you don't. You go and get a taxi cab and don't wait for 2 hours.
We went...
How long did you wait on
you
our
did
shuttle?
that.
How long
An
did
hour
you
and a
wait?
half.
You waited
Oh,
an hour and a
my.
half
Yeah.
on a
Yeah.
shuttle.
Yeah, we went and got lunch. We walked around a little bit.
There was
Now, where'd you go get lunch?
You don't want to know the answer to that.
No, I do want to know.
In the airport.
Nothing. There's nothing masculine about that.
At Moe's Southwest Grill.
It's like, what is happening? Well, dude.
There's not a bunch of places that we can just go. My wife has an allergy, for God's sake.
Well, that's my point is, and his point is, get a
Get a cab, go to the hotel. It needs to save 2 hours.
Yeah, we had a good time.
at Moe's
the
Southwest.
airport.
I didn't want to kill anybody till toward the end of that 2 hours, so it was fine.
At the airport.
Didn't the game start while you were out
Yeah,
waiting
I
on a
watched-
shuttle?
I watched it on my phone.
Well, that's a horrible way to watch the game.
Not really. It's the same as anything else. I got to the hotel. I turned it on. We won. Went to dinner. Had a wonderful night. At Yardbird. Yardbird's good, man. They had some good potatoes.
Those were three really exciting games, and Cleveland
one.
did show up. No, come on, don't always be a fan.
I am a fan, always.
My God, we can't even talk about things.
I
here.
know. It's just a roller coaster. It's been this way since I've known them. It's unbelievable.
I hate the Yankees, and I have no respect for people in middle America who like the Yankees. Is that fair? Is that fair enough?
Well, that's several of your very good friends.
Right. No respect for you people.
So Jamin is out.
Capra's
No respect.
Has Jamin reached out?
How do you live in Kansas and like the Yankees?
Because the
I live in
Yankees are
Kansas.
universal.
I live in Kansas and like the Guardians.
That's a Kansas type team. We're underdogs. We're scrappy.
There's 3 guys other than you who care about the Guardians in Kansas.
I'm not saying
Singer, Bob Getz,
but we're a
Scott
Kansas.
Griffith.
We're a Kansas-like team. We're a tough team. We're a team that battles. We're not the Yankees. Imagine living in Wichita.
They battle pretty good.
And liking the Yankees.
Did you see the Yankees?
Oh.
They battle pretty good.
What's my fandom based on? Have we spent $400 million this offseason or not?
Did you see the Yankees come back?
Pathetic.
I did.
And it's pathetic if you live here and like the Yankees.
What about that Soto at bat?
What about it? I bet. Hey, I'll fall in love with this mercenary. And, if he hits a home run, great. He's gone next year. Big deal.
What's Lane Thomas?
At least Lane Thomas will be there next year.
Oh, he'll be a Guardian.
Yes, he's not a free agent.
You sure about that?
I'm 100% sure.
Okay.
And Jose Ramirez will be a Guardian. Andres Jimenez will be, and David Fry, and Daniel Schneemann.
Well, you better improve that roster.
And Jimenez and Rocchio. They'll all be Guardians.
Rocchio, some high points.
Well, he couldn't defend.
I'm not sure.
I don't know what his...
Can I just say I'm not sure about Brian Rocchio?
He showed me a lot offensively.
Sure he did. Early.
He was
Didn't
fine.
do much late.
And
he's not very good defensively.
He's extremely good defensively, which is why I don't understand what happened to him in that series. If he fell apart defensively.
You know what? You know when you make or break your reputation as a player?
He hit great
in the postseason.
Fine. He's a rookie. I don't think his reputation has been sealed yet.
A lot of anger, Duda.
I know.
And John Kinsey Noel will be a Guardian next year. And Bo Naylor will be a Guardian next year.
Had a great moment, John Kinsey did. Just a phenomenal moment.
What'd you do when that happened?
It was exciting. It was good. It was. We were pulling for the Guardians,
right? Because you live in Kansas.
But then when Soto, I want you to take him out. I want you to hire.
If I was a Yankees fan, I'd be.
He takes himself out. Why? What do I do?
That's a good point.
Who did the Padres even get in that trade? Nobody. Nobody of any consequence. Maybe Michael King.
They traded
was he in that trade?
Michael King's pretty good.
Was he in that trade?
Yes, he was.
Whatever. It's just gross. We can't afford him. We'll trade him to the Yankees.
Well, that was a good trade for the Padres.
Johnny Brito, Kyle Higashioka, Michael King, Drew Thorpe, and Randy Vasquez.
Higashioka was not bad.
Drew Thorpe, they traded to the White Sox then, and they got another good piece for him.
Makes me sick.
Well, everything makes you sick. You had a horrible time in a place that nobody has a horrible
time. Wasn't that bad
Nobody
of a time.
has a B- time in Vegas.
I know. It's crazy.
If I wrote a book, there'd be one chapter devoted to the 50th birthday celebration with 3 of my friends in Las Vegas.
Well, then write it.
It's explicit.
It's a book.
Put a warning on it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
There you go.
It's not explicit.
I don't read, and I might read that. I might read that.
I'll help write both of your books for you.
Well, I don't know why you wouldn't read.
How many chapters are you in Vegas? All of them?
Well, there'd be some stories probably for sure.
Well, I mean that's okay.
Why wouldn't? Why is? I'm not.
I don't know.
I'm not
Am I
upset
supposed to
about
feel
it.
guilty?
I don't feel guilty about it whatsoever. I'm actually kind of happy about it. Some great memories.
You know,
stupidity and fun.
That particular Vegas trip was a little bit out there, but I made 2 or 3 others that were fine. I went there on work. I went there with your mother.
Really?
Yeah, that's when I won $1,500 on a poker slot machine.
You're welcome.
What do you mean you're welcome?
It sounds like that was kind of the impetus was me for that.
Huh? You weren't even born yet.
Exactly.
In fact, we talked that night about, hey, baby, let's not have any kids and let's just gamble our lives away. And
both
if you disrespect my mother like that again, she already had a child, you moron.
Oh, my goodness.
Where was she?
What?
Exactly.
Oh, where was where was Sarah?
Yeah, I'm sure she was with her father.
Yeah, we went out there to gamble.
Good
Giddy
stuff.
up.
Live it up.
She didn't gamble.
Why wouldn't you?
She did
Live
not
it up.
gamble.
Of course she did.
When? I never saw her gamble in my life.
On that trip, she gambled.
No, she didn't. What'd she do? What'd she play?
Well, we both played.
I don't think she played much on the cruises we went on.
What, Max?
The big fella is on hold.
Okay, let's get to the big fella, but then we have to take a break. Anthony, what's up?
I'm going to be very brief. I respect the Yankees, but I want to call and eat my crow because, Bob, Friday, you was almost spot on with your prediction of the Derby Mays game. So I have to come publicly. Since I made my prediction on the radio publicly, I want to say, Bob, you were right. I bow down. Never again will I make a prediction like that. But, hey, I've seen a great game between Collegiate and Cheney. On that note, it's time for you guys to go to break. Thanks, and have a great day.
Yeah, we'll talk to you more about that. Thank you, Anthony. Anthony did go to the Collegiate Cheney game, and as Jeff mentioned in hour number one, that was the eye-opener of the weekend. No, the ease with which Collegiate beat Cheney.
Kind of crazy.
I almost wish this show was going to go on for about 4 hours today.
Well, the fighting just would never stop.
No, I know. That's why.
Got to get it out of our system.
He can't handle the fact that his mother gambled.
I don't think she did.
Yeah. Forgot about that one, too. Yeah, perfect.
We've talked about everything. We got into baseball, football. We got the NBA starting tomorrow night. I know that doesn't appeal to Jason Duda whatsoever, but I'm always kind of a fan of opening night in the NBA. So when you say there's no games tomorrow, I probably won't watch much of the games, but I will watch Inside the NBA with Charles.
Well,
it's an event.
I'll watch Pacers Pistons.
Well, I don't care about Pacers Pistons.
No, I know you don't, but
that's another team that's never going to lead you anywhere.
I know, right? I mean, I thought it's the same. It's the same thing. The Pacers got to the conference finals, really tested Boston, but didn't win, and got close to winning. Played 4 really good games against them and lost all of them. Cleveland gets to basically the league championship series, the equivalent of the conference finals.
Who picked these teams?
And Nashville Predators. Have you seen them, dudes?
No.
They haven't won a game.
I know that.
They're getting
but
smashed.
I have not seen them play.
They are getting absolutely smashed.
Are you dropping them?
I don't know, but it's not as appealing when they're 0-5 or 0-6.
Well, why would you pick them?
Because they have a bunch of good players, and they seemed like they were on the cusp. And Vince Gill wore their jersey. Vince Gill, by the way, flatlining on stage. It looked like
what?
Just did nothing. Just nothing.
What do you mean?
He played his songs, and that was it.
What's he supposed to do?
I don't know. He just didn't show anything. He just looked bored.
Maybe he was bored.
He might have been.
Well, he sang, didn't he?
Yeah, of course.
Well, what does he normally do?
I don't know. It just didn't. It just looked like he was having one of the worst times of his life. And it's one of those times where these guys are at work, right? These guys are at work right now. It's a huge event to me, but for them, it's just a show. It's just another show, and it's just one of those moments where that kind of kicks in for you. Like, this isn't anything to them.
Well, it is something because they got a big audience out there to see them.
Right. And he was professional.
When you're an entertainer and a performer, it's all big. Every time you're in front of a crowd. I say this from my days in Dewey and the Big Dog.
Yeah, your day in Dewey and the Big Dog.
No, my days in Dewey and the Big Dog.
Your hour, your minute.
Dewey.
When I was on stage, I was giving it my all for the fans.
Yeah.
And the
for the fan and the hour.
Yeah.
For the people who paid to get in and see me.
Did they pay?
Some people were driving through and didn't know what they
Now,
were
why are you two jumping all over that?
What'd you get paid for that gig, by the way?
I got free beer.
That's a heck of a deal.
Why are you two?
I love it. That's awesome.
Why are
Free
you two
beer.
jumping all over that?
Free beers, man. What'd you get for your performance when you were on stage? All that. I got free beers.
What did I say that made you both just jump on that?
Nobody's jumping on it.
Well, I'm trying to be real.
Well, you equated yourself to Vince Gill, which
a little bit.
You know,
no, I'm just saying, as a performer, you're not gonna mail it in.
I mean, he's Vince Gill. His worst night is better than most people's best night. But he just wasn't. He wasn't much of a presence up there.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
I am almost feeling like really bad for you and your trip now.
Why?
It sounds like
Because
a miserable trip.
you
It wasn't miserable.
Name the highlight.
Yeah, okay, that's
Don Henley. I got to see Don Henley sing.
But he was.
you've seen him
he
how
was
many
obstructed.
times?
He was obstructed.
Okay, so what was the highlight?
Desperado, I guess.
No, I'm talking about the whole trip.
The show.
Well, you don't sound like it.
It just wasn't as emotionally moving as many of the other shows that I've been to.
Is that because of the Guardians?
It's probably a little bit of it. It's also because the seats were weird. Just because the focus wasn't on the music as much. It was just a little different. But I'll go back and I'll have a good time.
I don't know that you will.
No, maybe I won't. I don't think that was it, though.
Well, if you go with me, baby, we're hitting the floor.
Fine. We'll hit the floor.
Oh, yeah. I might even just fly out for that.
Well, let's all go.
I ain't going to the show.
Let's
But I'll hit the floor.
Let's all go.
Let's wear matching T-shirts.
And then I
Let's
will
do a show from Vegas.
And then when I get back, I'll be on the floor waiting for you again.
A different kind of floor,
I'm
though.
not a quitter.
A different kind of floor, though.
Hey, it's Philadelphia.
Sprawled
we
out.
could all get Phil. We could all have a city after that.
Yeah.
You guys pick one. I got
Well,
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia
That's
is going to
mine.
be hard to
Philadelphia.
beat.
Philadelphia is my city. You guys can pick a city.
Sacramento.
I'll get you guys Sacramento.
Sacramento.
That might be a good one.
Indianapolis.
Yeah, it could be. That could be
Or
yours.
Minneapolis. That'd be a good one.
I'll get you guys a few drinks. Throw a couple extra shots in there. Oh, I'd love to see you two just slaughtered after an hour. Oh,
Slaughter
this
an
sounds like
hour.
could
You think
be
it would take
fun.
an hour? I don't drink. It would take me 10
I don't
minutes.
drink either anymore.
Oh,
So I don't
would be
know.
even better.
My wife wouldn't enjoy that at all.
Well, she won't be there.
She'd turn on you, and we don't want her to turn
I
on.
thought it was the guys' trip.
It is, but she.
Who else?
Oh, we could get lots of guys to go to Vegas.
Not Cap, because he's a Yankees fan. Who else?
Oh, Cap's got to go.
Well, David Michael Hunt.
David Michael Hunt would go, of course. As long as he's not in one of his fasting periods.
What to throw him under the bus now?
No, he does that.
Just tossed them.
He didn't want that out there.
Of course he did.
Nobody wants that shared.
He's a deeply faithful person. Why wouldn't he?
Faithful, being faith, having faith is fine, but we don't need to talk about it. What are you smiling about?
You not being able
text?
to. No, you not being able to speak. Have faith. Being faith
is fine.
Faith and faith.
If you have faith, you're faithful.
Maybe faith's your word.
Maybe so.
Doesn't even need a city.
Faithful.
He's being faith.
You have faith. If you have faith, faith.
Is
Good.
Duda on again this week, Duda?
When are you available this week?
I know I'm good Friday. I'm out Wednesday for sure.
What are you going to be doing Wednesday?
I got.
You never like to tell us, but
No, I'm out. I can't do Wednesday. I can do Friday for sure.
is Wednesday your golf day?
No, that's on the weekend. I think.
Oh.
Now I gotta check. Why ask? Why don't put me in this position?
Well, you never tell us anything. We tell you everything.
That's true.
Well, isn't it make it more interesting?
I
Though?
mean, you
Not
never
really.
divulge anything.
Nah, I don't like to.
What about Thursday?
Thursdays, yeah, I could probably do Thursday.
All right, I'll probably take off Thursday.
No, I'll take
See,
out
this is
Friday.
all-
Duda and I do great Friday shows.
Joanna likes me to be here.
He brings a game in. Me and Max play it. He asks questions. We do great Friday shows. We don't need you
They're
Friday.
pretty solid Friday shows, really.
Joanna likes me to be here.
She's
on
never
Friday.
said that, so
She's told me privately.
she has.
Yes.
Well, let's see that private correspondence.
It's not on a phone.
Where is it?
She sends it. She talks to me.
Oh, she does.
I
Where?
had to think of that one. She sends the talks to me.
She gets a hold of me.
We missed the Friday 5 this week. That was a bummer. But what are you going to do?
Yeah, you got to get that done, man. That's part of that. You start something, you got to finish.
Oh,
it.
I've done it every week, and I'm going to do it this week. And
Yeah, you start something, you got to do it every week.
Well, somebody should have picked it up for me.
No, that's
TJ
your
should have done. Hey, we'll write a couple paragraphs.
That's
about
your
these.
baby. Get it done. You could have done it before you left.
I know. I just didn't have time.
You got time.
I was planning on doing it Wednesday, but it just didn't work out.
You got time. We always can make time. How about Friends in Southwestern? I didn't mention that. Friends blocks a field goal, runs it all the way to the end zone on the other side of the field, and stays unbeaten in a battle of unbeatens against Southwestern. Congratulations to the Falcons. That's a pretty big one.
Block field goal to win it? Yeah, that's a good way to do it.
And then take it to the other end for a touchdown.
Absolutely. Good players.
Doesn't get any
Harrison
more.
and the fellas at Friends.
What's that?
Terry Harrison and the fellas at Friends.
Right.
Cavante Baker.
That's all you know about Friends.
That's it. Rob Ramsire over there in administration.
Your former Biddy basketball teammate.
Yes, Dale Faber.
Glue guy.
He got picked to be.
Robbie Ramsire was a glue guy on that team.
Was he?
Yeah.
I thought he was a little redundant, but that's whatever.
He was a very good player. You're nothing without him.
He did spell me occasionally off the bench.
No, I mean you're nothing without him. He passed you the ball.
Yeah, what a heck of a player.
Duda, we'll see you sometime.
Yeah, well, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see you all tomorrow. We'll look forward to it. Barry Trammell from the Tulsa World will join us. We'll have a game. Have a good night.